If you analyze your content creation, product development, or market intelligence workflow, you will realize that raw research is your single biggest operational bottleneck. Gathering real-time data, verifying citations, summarizing technical articles, and organizing findings into structured knowledge bases usually takes hours of manual work. You find a topic, open 4 tabs, prompt an LLM, copy the citations, reformat the text into Markdown, open Notion, paste the notes, and then manually draft an email summary for your team. This fragmented manual pipeline is slow, error-prone, and pulls you out of deep creative work. While standard generative AI tools can answer questions, they sit in isolated browser tabs waiting for you to manually feed them queries and move their outputs around. The real speed gain comes when you decouple the research interface from manual human prompting. By linking the Perplexity API directly to Make.com, you turn static search into an automated background engine. Instead of manually searching for every news update, competitor release, or client brief, your system triggers real-time web searches based on external events, formats, structured reports with live citations, and automatically routes the results directly into Notion, Google Drive, and your inbox. The real-time intelligence connection. To build a reliable automated research system, you need an AI model that retrieves live web index data alongside structured JSON output. Traditional static LLMs fail here because their knowledge cutoffs prevent them from analyzing current news or real-time web changes without manual browsing. Perplexity's API gives you programmatic access to online models like Sonar and Sonar Pro, which combine live web indexing, source grounding, and inline citations into structured API payloads. When an event triggers your Make.com scenario, the pipeline handles data retrieval end-to-end. The trigger layer captures events in real time, such as adding a new row to a Notion database, receiving an email labeled research, or running on a scheduled daily timer. The Perplexity API layer converts the trigger data into a structured prompt, hits the /chat/completions endpoint, and receives grounded research containing live sources and citations. The data router layer parses the JSON response, separates the core executive summary from raw citations, and broadcasts the output across your production workspace. Architecture blueprint. Trigger to multi-channel output. Before building the nodes inside Make.com, you need a clear picture of how information flows through the pipeline. A single research query can automatically update 3 separate systems simultaneously through dynamic routing. By adding a router module after the Perplexity API call, you don't have to choose between a quick database log, a long-form document archive, or an immediate email notification. The pipeline handles all 3 simultaneously. Step-by-step implementation guide. Setting up this automated pipeline requires connecting your Perplexity API credentials, configuring the HTTP request node in Make.com, and setting up destination routers. 1. Generate Perplexity API keys. Log into your Perplexity account settings, navigate to the API section, and add a payment method to unlock API credits. Create a new API key and copy it to your clipboard. 2. Configure the Make.com trigger node. Create a new scenario in Make.com. Add a trigger module, such as Notion, watch database items, or custom webhook. Configure the trigger to monitor for new research requests containing a topic field and a briefing context field. 3. Construct the Perplexity HTTP API call add an HTTP : Make a request module, set the URL, method to post, and headers to authorization, bearer your underscore, API underscore key, and content dash type, application slash JSON. In the request body, map your JSON payload using the Sonar Pro model and pass your dynamic trigger variables into the system and user messages. 4. Parse JSON and route data stream. Add a JSON::parse JSON module directly following the HTTP P node to convert the raw API string response into clean data variables. Connect a router module to split the output path into 3 distinct branches. 5. Connect destination modules: Notion, Drive, Email. On branch 1, add a Notion. Update database item node to fill in your research summary properties. On branch 2, add a Google Drive. Create a file node to store a complete .md document. On branch 3, add an email/Gmail node to send an executive summary digest to your team. Operational comparison: manual research versus automated engine. When you compare manual research routines against an automated Perplexity and Make.com pipeline, the efficiency gap becomes immediately clear. The shift in velocity and scale. Transitioning from traditional manual research to an automated Perplexity and Make.com pipeline completely redefines your operational throughput. Where manual desk research typically demands 30 to 45 minutes per topic, an automated background integration executes the same depth of work in under 15 seconds. This dramatic speed shift removes human bottlenecks, lifting your daily output cap from a mere 3 to 5 topics a day to hundreds of topics processed simultaneously on autopilot. Verifiable data integrity. Beyond raw processing speed, automated workflows significantly elevate factual accuracy and citation tracking. Manual methods rely on tedious copy-pasting that often leads to missing URLs, broken references, or uncited claims buried across multiple tabs. By leveraging Perplexity's API, every generated insight is natively backed by live web grounding with automated inline citations, ensuring your research remains traceable and reliable. Frictionless multi-channel distribution. Finally, automation eliminates the cognitive friction of constant context switching across fragmented tool stacks. Instead of manually transferring notes across 3 or more separate applications, Make.com acts as a dynamic data router that instantly dispatches structured summaries to Notion, Google Drive, and your inbox simultaneously. Heavy manual labor, reading raw pages, reformatting text, and typing summaries, is replaced by a quick, high-level review of finalized reports. The key takeaway for building modern, high-velocity workflows is simple. Stop manually doing work that software can handle in the background. Transferring research queries, formatting notes, and updating databases by hand burns valuable hours every week. Your action item for today is to open your Make.com dashboard, connect the HTTP module to your Perplexity API key, and build out a simple trigger-to-Notion pipeline for your next research topic. If you want immediate access to the exact JSON request payloads, Make.com blueprint files, and Notion database templates used in this tutorial, check out the resources linked in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because in our next deep dive, we're building a fully autonomous content production engine powered by custom webhooks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.